All right. Welcome back to a special edition of Why Math Why. I'm going to be showing you a little bit of some of the kind of math that I do in my pre-algebra middle school math support class. So this is for students who, struggle with math. We got to go back to our basics with some of this stuff. And you know what? I thought maybe it'd be cool to share those basics with everybody. Just kind of put it out there on Facebook, put it out there on Twitter, and just kind of revisit some things that I think we all take for granted now. And I'm going to just really make a quick video on multiplication and why it works. 5 times 4. It's one of those things that, as adults, I hope many of us have memorized. 5 times 4 is 20. And there's nothing magical about that, so it seems. I think there's a lot of magic with that. And I'm going to take this time to prove that to you. So basically, looking at 5 times 4 equals 20, I think about what it means to have 5 times 4. What that literally means is you have 4 5 times. So 5 times 4. Or you have 5 4 times. It depends on which way you want to look at it. They're the same thing. So I'm going to look at it as 5 times 4. Or we have 4 written 5 times. Well, that would be 4 written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And multiplication is defined as repeated addition. How many times are we repeatedly adding 4? 5 times 4. And so you've got to understand your addition to see that. That's 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 4 is 16, plus 4 is 20. And so that's one quick reason why 5 times 4 is 20. And we can look at this in a number of ways. You can actually see the multiplication going on here, and you don't need to know your multiplication tables. You don't have to memorize them by just looking at the table. I think it's easier to see it in this. 4 one time is 4. 4 times 2 is right in the problem here. 4 times 2 is 4 plus 4, which is 8. Then if you do 4 with 3 4s, you add 4 to that 8, you get 4 times 3, which is 12, or 4 done 3 times. Then you could look at it this way. You could have 4 done 4 times, which is 16. And then 4 done 5 times, which gets you up to 20. And again, you can look at this as 5 times 4 or 4 times 5. It does not matter which order you look at it in. Here I switched it up just to kind of change things up. And awesome handwriting there for you. That bell in the background lets you know that I got a text. Isn't that fantastic? All right. So anyway, back to this video. There's another way of looking at this. We can visualize this on a rectangle. If I have 5 rows of 4, or a 5 by 4 row, let's look at it just with random dots. So if I have 5 4 times, let's look at it the other way. 5 4 times, or 4 5 times is the same way. So if I have 5 4 times, I have a row of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I'm going to do 4 of those rows, I'm going to have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's my third row, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and my last row, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That is 4 by 5, or if you look at it the other way, 5 4s. Here's 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So again, this is the kind of level of reset that I do in my middle school math support class, because let's face it, some students struggle with math because they were asked to memorize something that didn't make sense to them. So we reboot it at Problem Solve Math Tutoring. We check this out and we say, you know what? Let's relearn multiplication. And even if it takes a couple of weeks, let's get confident with it again, people. Let's not count on our fingers anymore. Let's learn to memorize something based on a system that makes sense, rather than just memorizing random facts that make very little sense. Some of us memorize numbers better than others. I was very good at memorizing numbers, but I didn't really learn math until I was probably 18 or 19, even though I was in AP Calculus. So I know that there's a way to teach students like this who struggle with math how to no longer struggle with it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, people. Spread the word. Problem Solved Math Tutoring, a great way to relearn some of our skills. I've got other courses too that enrich students and go over some crazy hard stuff. But one of the courses that I offer is that middle school math support class to do stuff just like this. Help our students to relearn and remaster the stuff they've got to have down. Peace out, y'all. Keep mathing hard. I'll see you in the next video.